British menus have had something of a makeover in recent years.
Stunning wild mushroom risotto, guys. Get your free sample.
Those austere dinners from the past are all but over. Now we are spoiled for choice with all these new flavours from around the world.
Baklava, pistachio and cashew.
Oh, yummy.
But for me, there's one deep love that endures. The pudding. According to new research, people aren't making as many of these as they used to. Some experts even think that a few of these decadent delights might be facing extinction. I'm Briony May Williams, baker and food lover, and I'm on a journey across England to taste and celebrate as many puddings as I can, and to answer the question, are British puddings in crisis?
Spanning 6 counties from the southwest to the Midlands, the Cotswolds is almost as quaint and postcard pretty as the English countryside gets. And for that reason, 35 million tourists a year turn up in the little towns and villages here, including me. I've been coming to the Cotswolds for years on family days out, but in all that time, I had absolutely no idea that there's a group of people here who love puddings so much, they've formed a club. Since 1985, Chipping Campden has been home to the Pudding Club. For fans of the traditional steamed suet and raisin classics, as well as fruit crumbles and jam roly-polies, this is quite the pilgrimage. Tim Goss is known in the area as the master of puddings.
Right, Pudding Club is now open! Hey! Come on in. Right, OK, so you're here to eat pudding. It's a very serious business.
English Heritage claims 62% of Brits make a pudding once a month or less, with 35% never making one at all. And that's a marked decrease on previous generations. It says if those trends continue, the old favourites could all but vanish in the next 50 years. But there's little sign of that here.
This is our 40th year of serving puddings and custard. So way back then, the owners of this hotel used to go out and they couldn't find any traditional puddings. So in the end, they came back here and they got their own chefs to work. They invited a few friends round and they had a light first course followed by 7 rounds of pudding. And that's what we've been doing ever since.
To honour those 7 original puddings, each one is paraded for everyone to see before delving in.
So the first one we've got for you tonight is apple and cinnamon crumble. Hooray! This one's baked in the oven until all the juices come up through the crumble, okay? This is one of my favourites, I have to say. And this is particularly good with lashings of custard. Hooray! Very good. The next one is a bread and butter pudding. Whoa! A lot of custard as well.
A lot of custard. I mean,
Yeah.
It must be, you know, gallons.
Yes, well, we usually serve about 4 pints per person, I think, on Pudding Club.
4 pints per person?
Yes, yeah, so
Per
several
person?
gallons, yes, because it's 7 puddings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Puddings really have the power to invoke a lot of nostalgia, don't they?
It does, yeah, because you don't get them so often these days, and people are always worried about health and that sort of thing, but I think the odd pudding doesn't do you any harm, really. The next one is a sticky toffee pudding! Hey! Next, it's the jam and coconut. Ooh.
It's a celebration of puddings, isn't it?
It is, yeah, very much. And, you know, you don't have to have all 7, but although we do encourage it, obviously.
What do you think is so special about a British pudding? Because we are quite famous for them, aren't we?
Yes, after the war, they used to have a lot of calories in, so they were a really good pudding to have after. Perhaps you couldn't afford a lot of meat, but then you could fill up with a pudding afterwards, and I think that's where the sort of traditional English pudding will come from. Moving on, we have a Bakewell tart. Whoa! The next one, chocolate mousse. Whoa! And last but not least, we've got Briony with a spotted dick. Yay! And guess what? This is great with lashings of custard. Hey!
we got? Spotted dick. Okay. With custard and cream. Okay, Matt.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how this is going to go. I'm here for that. Why did we go for spotted dick first?
Get the stodgiest one done first. I don't know.
I see there's definite tactics going on here. So on the list that you've got, is there one that's already your favourite before you've even tried it? That you would normally go for?
Sticky toffee.
It is everyone's favourite, isn't it?
Sticky toffee and bread and butter pudding.
I do like bread and butter pudding though.
Yeah.
Well, what have you gone for, Colin?
Sticky toffee.
That's a good sized portion, Colin. Do you have many previous history of eating spotted dick that you can compare this to? Or?
Absolutely not.
No.
This, maybe I've had it once before, but this is very good. It's really good.
Good. Good. Would you be sad if, homemade British puddings disappeared?
I would. I think that they're part of our heritage.
It's true. Part of what makes Britain Britain, right?
Exactly.
The Great British Pud.
Exactly. So many memories from childhood, and it'd be a real shame if they weren't around anymore.
I am absolutely stuffed. I've met some amazing people and eaten some incredible puddings. What's very clear to see is that there's still a lot of love left for the Great British Pud.
I've always been a West Country girl. I grew up here in Bristol, a city with a long seafaring history. This is the docks. Now it's full of cafes, restaurants, bars, and is absolutely beautiful on a bright, crisp day like today. From medieval times, goods were loaded and unloaded here from all over the world. By the 18th century, the city's traders became rich as a result, and for a time, Bristol grew to be England's second city and port. But it's also a place that explains how our national obsession with sugar took hold. Dr. Neil Buttery is a food historian with a passion for puddings.
Hiya Neil, how are you?
Well, we're here at Bristol, and during the reign of Henry IV, the first major import of sugar took place. Around 10 tonnes came in one big, huge amount. Bristol really began to specialise in sugar, and therefore also the trade in African slaves as well.
So the sugar, the import of sugar, is very heavily connected to the slave trade.
They're the same thing. 80% of all slaves went to the sugar colonies. They got, as it were, first dibs, the colonists, as to the choice of slaves, because it was such horrible hard work. It was shocking. Just under 13 million people traded during the whole time. 25% of them died getting from Africa to the New World, and Bristol benefited from it.
They were dark times, and they left a mark on British food and culture. But it wasn't until the 20th century that sugar became cheap and abundant enough to make it onto all our kitchen tables. The ending of import duties meant Brits went from eating £18 a year in 1800 to £90 a century later.
So bringing that sugar in really changed what a pudding was?
Yes, it was relatively slow. It was still quite expensive. It had to trickle down through the classes. They weren't putting a huge amount in. By today's standards, it would seem maybe quite plain. People prefer to use things like dry fruit or candied fruit to give a bit of sweetness. And there were just maybe an ounce or two, even quite large puddings, just an ounce or two of sugar.
I'm struggling to even imagine what one of these oldie puddings would taste and look like.
Well, luckily for us, I've made one for us, and I've chosen one that I think encapsulates everything we've been talking about.
What are we waiting here for? Let's go and try some.
Come on then.
Okay. I am very intrigued as to what you've got in store for me,
I'm quite excited, I have to say.
pudding-wise.
It's a plum pudding.
Plum pudding. Oh.
Quite an infamous thing, and here it is.
Wow, so
It's
we've
still
got
in its
our-
cloth.
And what are we having it with? Custard? Ice cream?
That's not the traditional accompaniment, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's
We're having it with some beef.
some beef.
Yes, you are.
Aren't I?
It used to be the national dish.
Really?
It's not the national dish anymore.
Okay.
The plum pudding was eventually usurped by the Yorkshire pudding. This was the traditional combination. Speaking about the British Empire, this pudding, which doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, a pudding such a British thing, yet it contains all of the ingredients imported from the empire. The sugar, which for a large part, of course, was grown by enslaved people, the spices, the dried fruit, the candied peel, and the brandy and the rum, all brought in from various reaches, four corners of the empire, put together into a very, very British thing.
The anticipation is really building here.
There we go.
So how long did you boil it for?
This boiled for 2.5 hours. There it is,
Oh.
inside. Pop it the other way up. There it is. That is a
Wow.
traditional plum pudding.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Let's break a bit off. And of course, we're used to having this kind of pudding, some of us anyway, at Christmas, but it's a rather more rich version.
Okay.
But here you go.
Okay, I mean, I'm excited to try it. Cut off some steak. Go in.
Go in there.
Bit of figgy pudding.
Bit of figgy pudding.
Steak. Stew.
Give it a dunk, yeah.
Give it a dunk. Okay, here we go. Mmm. Why does that work so well together?
Yeah, it's strange. We don't have sweet things and savoury things together anymore. We've pushed everything to the dessert, and I think we're missing out.
I was a little bit dubious, but I'm thoroughly convinced.
Oh, good.
Pretty much every region of Britain has its own pudding. From Sussex in the south, up to the Peak District towns of Bakewell and Buxton, across to Manchester, all the way to Newcastle and then Glasgow. It's hard to believe they're in trouble. But there is one that, as a nation, we love above all the others. You'll find it on pub and restaurant menus all over the country, and what's more, it's a newcomer.
I'm here in the Lake District, which is the biggest national park in England, and its stunning landscapes have inspired artists and writers for generations, and even a few sweet treats too. In the late 1970s, something happened here that shook British pudding culture forever. At a local hotel, they started putting a new dessert on the menu. It was a sponge slathered in oodles of toffee sauce. And so the sticky toffee pudding was born.
And it was a local family from here who played a huge role in making it the perennial pub favourite it is today, packaging and popularising it for the rest of us. Howard and Jean Johns bought the village shop back in the 1980s, but when a local superstore opened up, they almost went out of business. And so Jean had the genius idea of making ready meals, and for dessert, the country's first pre-packed sticky toffee pudding.
Hiya, Jean, how are you?
I'm fine. How nice to see you.
Nice to see you. We're going to make some sticky toffee.
Yes, yes,
Can you remember the first sticky toffee pudding you made?
yes.
Can you?
I can, yes. I just sort of played around with it until I got what I thought was
Till you
really
perfected
good.
it.
Yeah,
And it's been the same since?
yes. In the bakery where we make them now, they just have bigger mixers, bigger ovens, but all the ingredients are exactly the same, and it's just as it was.
And Jean's gloopy delight is now big business. She sells a whopping 2 million of these every single year. In fact, a recent survey valued the global market at $1.34 billion US. It seems if there's one dessert that's safe in these pudding skeptical times, it's the sticky toffee.
Jean, there's been a study that's shown that homemade puds are on the decline, which makes me really sad. I know.
Makes me sad.
Yeah. What do you make of that when you hear that?
Well, we do sell an awful lot of puddings. I think more traditional things, so, you know, people do like them, particularly the older people. I don't know, just have to get all the youngsters hooked on it as well.
Yes, absolutely. Do you still make puddings regularly at home?
Apple pie. My husband loves an apple pie, so apple pies, bread and butter pudding, now and again, crumbles.
So we've just got to hope that the youngsters
Yes.
continue
yeah.
to make them.
I mean, a lot of people are very health conscious, but now and again, I mean, it's a treat, isn't it? It's not something you would have every day.
No. Right, Jean.
Let's make some sticky toffee.
Slosh it all in. Ladle it into the tins. In they go.
This is how we're going to make the sauce.
Yes. And not only does it have a lot of butter, it has a lot of sugar.
Oh,
Here we have it.
oh, look at those. Oh, they look so good.
Oh, that on there.
I could swim in it. Look at that.
All right?
All right. That's amazing, Jean.
Good.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So good. One thing's been really bugging me though. If the pudding's in crisis, then surely we need young people to love puddings as much as I do. But as a mum, I totally understand the problem feeding kids lots of butter and sugar. It's quite the conundrum.
The Lake District more than holds its own when it comes to sugary treats. As well as the sticky toffee, it's home to the spicy sweet Grasmere gingerbread and the Kendal mint cake, an energy boost for tiring walkers. There's something about this place that inspires sugar lovers.
Hi, how are you? Come on in.
Thank you very much. Oh, hi team.
Good morning, Polly.
Hi Polly.
And my mum, Mitzi.
Hi Mitzi, lovely to meet you.
Just an hour down the road, the Haythornwaite family are pudding royalty. They are custodians of the Afton Pudding Festival, which takes place once every 21 years and dates back to the 18th century. Sandy was the last host, Polly will be the next in 2034. But Mitzi's credentials are even more serious. In 1992, she broke the record for creating the biggest pudding in the world.
I'd like to announce that 1992 famous Afton pudding weighs 7,190 pounds.
It's more than double the previous record, so Afton holds a new world record! Why did they choose you out of all the people in the village?
Don't know, really, unless it is because I have the secret recipe and we've sort of always been connected with it, and I don't know. Perhaps you think I look like a pudding.
Here we go, everyone. Whoa!
How do you mix that big a pudding?
We had a big mixer, you know, like you see, concrete, but a big one.
A concrete mixer?
It was
Cement mixer.
brand new, clean.
She does like to remind people sugar wasn't cement in it from the start.
He got with it for nearly a week, didn't he?
You slept with the pudding?
Oh, in a caravan next to it.
But the real star of the show here is the signature Afton pudding, and Polly's offered to show me how to make it, minus the secret ingredient, which Sandy won't tell her until she's ready to pass on the baton.
I've tried to guess, but I think I would have to know more about boiled puddings to hazard a sensible guess.
Why is the Afton Pudding Festival so important? Why do we need to keep it going?
I think it's just nice when a village like this, which is very small, a bit unsuspecting, but has this really rich history, this idea that, yeah, those traditions can carry on no matter what changes we see in the village. The fact that you have 10,000 people come to eat pudding, there's something gorgeous about that, I think.
That is really special, isn't it?
Yeah. It smells really good.
Do you think young people are making puddings less?
It's maybe just one of those things that people don't think is necessarily as important to spend your time doing in a busy world and a busy life. You think, I'm not about to go home and spend 3 hours, or in this case, 8 hours making pudding because I've got other things to do. But it's a shame. Look at that cute little...
Look at that, little bundle.
Parcel. Absolutely. And now we boil it for a very long time.
Now we boil it for 8 hours?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
There's a reason for all this baking. Tomorrow, I'm going to use it as part of an exciting experiment. But before I do, Sandy wants to show me something.
Whoa, stop it.
This is...
It's massive.
pretty huge pudding
What?
basin.
You could have a bath in there.
I'm sure somebody has once.
I mean, I could literally fit in it. Do you know what I love, though? That someone looked at this and thought,
that looks like a pudding pot.
I think we need to make pudding in that.
Why not?
Now, it was in school canteens the pudding fans of tomorrow used to be made. These days, government regulations understandably restrict how much sugar the children can have, but I want to see how these traditional flavours go down. And with Polly's creation, and one or two others cooked up by friends and neighbours, the taste test begins.
Surely this is the best day at school ever. 3 puddings on 1 plate.
They'd got an easy start with the child-friendly school cake, which is vanilla sponge topped with icing and hundreds and thousands. Then there's the Manchester tart, made from raspberry jam and custard. And finally, the Haythorne Waits Afton pudding.
A lesson about puddings? What? Okay, ready, steady, go! Which one's the favourite so far, team?
Yes, let's go.
School cake! Oh, what a surprise! Have you tried the raisin one yet? What do you think?
I'm not a bit sure.
You're not a bit sure. What were we for the sprinkle, the school cake? Whoa, double thumbs up. Okay, okay. And what about the Afton pudding? Right, okay, okay. That's okay. Everybody's got to have their own opinion. Is anybody's favourite the Afton pudding?
It's 2.
2, we got 2 people who prefer the Afton pudding?
No,
the
3.
raisin pudding?
3.
You too? Oh, yay! She's gone from that to that. We're working up with the Afton pudding.
You've got to let it grow on you. You've got to give it a little bit of time. There's some complex flavours in there.
I'm genuinely relieved that, for the most part, they like them. Those puddings are so much more than just an after-dinner sweet treat. The best and the worst of our history is folded into them. Of course, over generations, our tastes change. We just don't have the time anymore to stand around waiting patiently for our puddings to steam. But I really believe that, for the time being at least, our puddings are in safe hands.